Hey guys, we're live on YouTube. Welcome, Thursday night RC Talk. We already have a pretty full house in the back here, and let's go welcome everybody that's there. We have Trail Crawler RC. How are you doing?
Yep. Josh is in there. Did
Going
you send
on,
him?
chat. Quiet,
Josh
Brad.
is out there. Did you?
Of course,
Brad?
we have Brad again. That's speaking out of his turn. Brad, keep quiet until I talk to you, please. Bill, how you doing? Swampers.
Good. Thank you for inviting me, Tank.
John Martin.
Thanks for having me, Tank.
Lyle from RC Athlete, all the way from Canada.
Good evening.
Unknown RC, all the way from the US of A.
Hey, Tank.
KVRC 13.
That's right, I'm here.
We see his mess of a corner of his workshop, his scale garage. I don't know how he does any work on his scale garage because every time I see it, there's shit all over the place. Kurtz RC, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Tank?
Good, thank you. And we have Brad Cowan. How you doing, Brad?
I was wondering why Josh wasn't in our group here. Maybe here he comes. We have Bushman. We have Crawl Daddy. We have Radioactive Scale. Hello, and Trail Crawler. That's you, I guess, Dennis.
Yeah.
Thompson. Wait, I said Radioactive Scale. I know I missed somebody else. Bruno's here.
Joe Girding, Will Thompson RC, Bushman, Crawdaddy, Radioactive.
Howdy.
I forgot to send Jem's Hobby an email. That's why he's late getting in here. I noticed he was in the chat and I go, wait a minute, I don't think I sent him an email again today. 2 weeks in a row now, I forgot to put you on the list. Sorry, but I did send you a link, so I hope you pardon me.
There he is. I see him on TV.
What's up, Josh?
Hey. How's it going?
How you doing?
Oh, no, Josh.
How you guys?
And for anybody that doesn't know, I found out this on Tuesday with Brad. Jem's Hobby actually sells stuff. He's a distributor of some tire compound, right?
Monster Grip Tire Prep.
Monster Grip Tire Prep. Do you sell that on Facebook, YouTube, or where do you sell that?
Mostly it's been on when I'm at the races. And I've given out my email to a couple guys interested. It's for crawlers, it's for drag cars, it's for off-road. I really haven't expanded too much with it yet, like putting it out there.
It's the first time I hear somebody would use that for crawlers. Is that during a comp? You want it really sticky, or how does that work?
So I put a video on my channel a while ago. What it is it's a tire conditioner and a tiny bit of a compound that seals all the conditioning. So it works off of friction. So you can do a burnout like in the burnout box, or you could let your tires heat up going up a rock. But once it starts going, it really brings out that stickiness, kind of like you would in a regular tire climbing a rock. It's I'm sure trail crawlers know, or critters. Trail crawler. You heat that tire up and it gets sticky.
Okay.
Yicky.
And that's the same thing with the crawl. It doesn't hold all your dirt. It doesn't make it bad. It just, for that moment when it heats up, it gets sticky. And then when the tire cools back down, if you're going through a comp, it acts like it should. It doesn't hold all the dirt. Before my comps, I coat it. I usually do 2 or 3 coats. Do a coat, let it sit and dry. Do a coat, let it sit and dry. Do a coat, let it sit and dry. That's usually what I do. 2 or 3 coats. And like at my last comp, there was logs hooked on, like logs about like that hooked on a bridge, and everybody was slipping off of it. But me and my son The tire went up, spun a little bit, and that's only 1800 revolver on, low crawler gear, and heated up just enough, and right over it went. Two people fell off of it, got out of bounds and a reposition from it, and we just crawled right over it.
That's interesting especially for crawlers, because I don't think I've seen that anywhere in the rules where it does not say or says you can't clean your tires or use tire compound on your tires.
I know other people use like Simple Green and let the tires
Yeah.
sit overnight, or Dawn Dish Soap. This just expands on that. I think I got a bottle over here. Actually, I got brand new stuff.
Is it environmental friendly? Big Head's asking.
It's not VHT, it's solvent based.
Okay.
So it's not like where all the VHT guys are getting hit with this new restrictions.
Does it smell?
It has a light smell, but it's not like
Okay.
brake clean or anything like that. My NAFTA I use to clean tires is a lot worse.
You can't use it as cologne.
Right.
Did you have
Unless
it?
you don't want to.
Did you ship it? Did you ship it in Canada yet? And if yes, did you have any trouble shipping it to Canada?
It is in Canada, and I don't know if it's had any issues,
Okay.
but so can you see how it's separated?
Oh, yeah.
So that's your softener and your conditioner. You give it a shake, and there it is.
Cool.
So you brush it on? Or you
Yeah,
put
it's
that in a
got a
spray
dauber in
bottle?
it.
Oh, okay.
Here,
I'll
I got
take
an
a
empty
bottle.
Try a bottle.
So does it cause more wear on the tire?
I have not had any issues with it. The tires, let's see, my son's truck right here. These have been coated at least a half a dozen times on different events, and these are the same tires over and over.
Hyrax.
So
Yep.
it doesn't do anything as far as break down the composite of the tire.
No, it's not like your VHT
Yeah, those
compounds.
Those don't look particularly chewed up, so I would say that's pretty
No.
good then.
Yeah,
But that it doesn't soften them.
it softens them a little bit, but it doesn't.
Doesn't eat them up.
Right,
Doesn't wear them out too fast. Yeah.
right. So like drag racing, this is your break-in formula. You use this to soften it. If you have like your traditional blue dots and stuff like that, that are super soft, or the sweeps, you barely use that.
Cool.
With the crawl on the crawler tires, I don't cut them with the break-in formula. I just use crawl. And if they've gotten particularly dirty or some kind of oil or something on them, I use a pre-grip, which is a cleaner.
Cool. Well, I'm sure gonna try to hit you up and try to get a bottle or two
Yeah,
over here in Canada for me to try it out, because I do have I do host a couple events and things like that, and it would be actually cool for me, depending on the price, to have a couple bottles like that for the year. Well, more than a couple, so I can give out as door prize as people come and go. So it's going to be pretty good for people.
it all depends on what you want, on what they cost. Like the new octane formula is a little more pricey, but the crawl, depending on shipping, I can get it to you for, I think,
How much is it? How much do you usually sell a small bottle like that? The blue one there for the crawlers?
yeah,
How much do you usually sell them for?
about $18.
Okay. That's good. Cool.
Bring one March 11th.
That's real soon.
Well, how many
Comes the 11th.
events?
Rock
How
bottom.
many events have you been able to do out of one bottle? As far as like,
Since I use it with the drag racing and stuff,
So you
With
use
drag
the same
racing and
stuff
my
for drag
comps.
racing, same stuff for drag racing or rock crawlers, doesn't matter.
no, I use the crawl on our stock type cars like this DR10. I use crawl because it's not so sticky that the car is going to get stuck to the track. Like I went testing last night with our new stuff Octane, and I didn't get any video of it, but I have a 13.5 car, and I'm running the clays because that's what was my tire outside, and I haven't been able to get blue dots, so I'm running the gold belted tires, no foams. And as I turned the car up, it was doing better and better. Actually, John Schultz from Element, I talked to him at USTE because I was having some issues where the car was wanting to unload and stuff. And he told me to thicken up my shock oil and limit the front a little bit. And I literally laid the car on the track and it went dead straight. Just listen to what he said. I mean, the guy's a guru with it.
Yeah,
But-
for him to actually know what's wrong with your car, right, just by looking at it, it's kind of
He
cool.
didn't even look at it. I was in
Oh, yeah.
Florida. I literally explained what was going on.
Oh, cool.
And he goes, do this. And I did exactly what he said. I used a 3mm internal limiter on the front shock to drop the front of the car down. I upped all my shock oils in the front and rear. And I laid the car down the same pass that it was spinning, and I had to feather it. Same pre-track, no change in the tune, same battery, everything. Straight down the track. And the 10th fastest.
Cool. Hey, blind guy. Blind guy just showed up in the chat.
Robert,
But
JD.
I use what's called octane on that car. And because I
Oh.
let it sit on the track for too long without moving when the tires were warm, I rode about a 40-foot wheelie out.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the
The
tire ripped
body-
out?
Yeah, it's
No, the
not,
tire, no, the tire didn't rip. And actually I was surprised the body stayed on because it's the
Oh.
body mounts. My son, I let him drive it the week before, or 2 weeks ago. And his car goes just straight every time.
Okay. Well,
And
It's
he drove mine and had to try and steer it, and my steering's faster than his. So he ended up on his side and slammed into the wall, broke both body mounts. So I super glued them together to test last night, and I was surprised to hell.
the hardest thing is keeping those front wheels down, because if you start wheeling, it becomes a parachute and it just like flies back. So it's
This car's stock motor and stuff, and that's all the weight in the front of it.
Yeah.
The white canister, and those are all just wheel weights taped down to the front to keep the front end down.
okay.
Osborne's here.
What's up, Osborne?
Hey, Osborne,
Hey,
Anybody
Osborne.
say hello to Robert? Hello,
JD.
Robert.
Big Head, 907 Thompson.
Osborne is saying hi to Lyle, and Lyle's not there.
I'm behind the laptop.
Ah, okay. Lyle is there.
He's the man behind the scenes.
Yes.
If I
So
actually,
yeah,
if I have a quick
Oh,
second
sorry.
to speak, I have a question.
Mhm.
At the very beginning of the tire talk and the sticky stuff that he's got and all that tank, you were saying that you've never seen a competition where that kind of stuff was not allowed. About 10, 12 years ago, when I first started, I was into comp crawling with MOAs, like the XR10s from Axial there.
Yep.
And there was something we used back then. I didn't, a couple other guys did, and it was quite a successful thing to use, but it became a rule that we were not allowed to use it. I want to say what it is, but I also don't want to take away from Jem's business by telling people something that's out there that works really
No,
well,
go ahead, man.
that everyone can get.
I know what works for me. I've tried other stuff. I've tried, awesome spray. I've tried the simple green method. Getting them super soft, and they always hold the dirt. This stuff didn't hold the dirt. I don't know if the stuff for your MOAs did, but this stuff doesn't hold dirt.
We were never on dirt. It was purely rock competitions. We were never on dirt, and the rocks get washed down and then air hosed before the competition. So there's squeaky clean rocks. So there's
Yeah.
dirt was never an issue, but it's not an RC thing. It was something that somebody wanted to try because they were they're what they did for a living. They accidentally found out that it was a good thing to try because they accidentally drove their truck through a puddle of this material, and then their truck became extremely more grippy. Like instead of doing like a 55 climb, we could do like a 62 climb.
Right.
I don't want to say it because it'll take away from Jem's business, which I don't want to do.
No, it won't take. If people want something else, that's fine. Like if you're out crawling extreme rocks all the time, I'd probably put a different grip on the tires than the crawl, maybe.
Yeah.
Or I'd make sure I coated it like 5 times so it really soaked in.
Yeah, it worked so well that it got in our club. Like there was 2 world-class drivers there, like that went down to, I think it was like an Axial Fest thing down in Arizona or something every year in November. Some kind of crawler competition that goes on, and they went down there. 2 of the guys have won it, but yeah, it's diesel fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, diesel fuel works really well. The only negative thing you could say about it, well, if the smell bothers you, it bothers you. But the other thing you could say is if you use too much, it actually makes the tires swell. One guy
say it gets them super soft, don't it?
it crazy
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
foam, like you're driving on foam, like it sticks to
Yeah.
everything. You can damn near drive up drywall with it. It's so sticky, but if you use too much, your tire will actually swell and go beyond the legal limit of tire measurement.
Yeah, so you do have to be careful when you use a product like that,
Yeah.
because it could damage your tires theoretically.
Oh yeah, it makes them crazy soft. They will wear faster. But the guys like myself included, as soon as we got a brand new pair of tires, we would put it onto like asphalt or concrete or something really rough or even sandpaper and just hold it and drive it, then switch the tires in the other direction, wear them down more so that your tires become almost smooth skin because
Yeah.
they would grip rock better than a knobby tire.
Break them in.
Yeah, exactly. Wear them down huge.
With the drag racing, we
Yeah.
do that. We take, like, I have a bent axle piece here that I put in a drill. And then I'll take a piece of like sandpaper or grip tape on a putty knife and then take the ridge out of your drag tires. And then I coat them with the break-in formula to soften it.
Yeah, in the late 90s, when I was racing 4-wheel drive sedans, we found there were a few different compounds that were being made by different RC suppliers that were traction compounds, and the same thing happened at our club. They ended up banning use of the substances.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because some guys couldn't find it or couldn't afford to buy it, and it's created a bunch of extra problems, by having it available. So they just said, well, look, we're just not going to use it.
Yeah, I'm down with that if it's one of the ones that it's an expensive thing to do, like $18 he was saying. It's probably like $25 up here in Canada or whatever. But that's a pretty inexpensive way to upgrade.
And it'll last a while as long as you're not just
Yeah.
slopping it on.
Yeah.
I mean, just a cotton dauber and one dauber, I can do pretty much a whole tire. Like a drag tire, I can do one dauber almost on both tires. With the knobs on these tires, you obviously may have to use a dauber and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Blind guy says, I've heard that the bottles, if bubble juice work well.
Bubble juice?
Yeah.
Basically dish soap.
Oh yeah, it's just soap. Yeah, like
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
It's really weird thinking soap would make your tires stickier because soap is soap. It's usually slippery.
Right. But once it dries,
Yeah, the water dries.
it gets tacky.
and the nice thing about this stuff is when it does dry, it's dry on your tire. There's no extra feeling to it. It's sealed in.
Okay.
I would like to try it on my Sen F450. I got that thing wired up pretty freaking fast. It's probably close to 100 kilometers an hour, but I still have yet to have it wide open. I've never found a space big enough to get the thing up to speed. But it spins way too much on the start, and it slides in the corners. The stock tires are not great, but I love the dualies and the wheels that come with it. It's a great looking truck. I'd love to get those tires more sticky.
Well,
The crawl would definitely work on that because it would soften and then seal in. And since it's friction based, as it starts losing traction, they would come to the surface and help grab.
Cool.
Nice.
CK
Yeah,
Hobby Shop.
Wow,
Hobby
Arthur
Shop is in
Four-Wheel
the
Drive
chat.
came out with some new tires that would fit those rims, and they got their own rims, of course, that size too, but
I've seen some
they're probably
beautifully,
softer.
I've seen some beautifully milled products for their trucks. For the
Yeah, that
450.
scale fab shop had some awesome ones down at
Yeah, they're pretty, they're
USD.
colorful.
Hi CK, how you doing? CK Hobby Shop. CK Hobby Shop's kind of cool. He does a lot of movie cars, and he makes little shows with them. So he made Christine. He made a whole bunch of different ones. So
Dukes of Hazzard.
It's
Yeah,
a
Dukes of
hazard ones I've seen.
So it's interesting what he makes. Fall Guy also, he's made the Fall Guy one, and it looks even better than Trail Crawlers RC's Fall Guy truck.
Oh, dang.
Not a fall guy
That's a
truck.
call.
Oh, it's not a fall. Oh, that's why then. Okay.
The closest thing I know of that looks like, sort of looks like it, that truck is the Blackfoot's body.
Not even close.
No, it's got to be a GMC, and it can't be cab. It's got to be the pickup truck.
And without the step side bed.
Looks like Dennis's truck.
Yeah,
the
Fall
black-
Guys because it has flatbed.
definitely not the one.
So it's got to look like Dennis's truck.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
No,
I couldn't make that a Fall Guy truck, but it's got dualies at the back. It doesn't match.
no, it doesn't look like my truck, Kurt.
Just needs that big bird on the top.
ACK. Knights Unlimited is here. Knight says, John, it's nice. It's very nice to see you again.
Hey, nights. This week was a very busy week. There was a lot of things that was shown, and near the end of the week last week and this week. I've talked a little bit on Brad's show on Tuesday, and we're going to talk about some of it again tonight. And no Tamaya, and there's nothing Tamaya tonight for me for that. So I hope everybody's
Yay.
happy. Other than what's his name? Sergeant J. He got himself a Tamaya kit. So
Saw that.
he might start tonight building it. He's doing a video, and he's going to put some time lapse and make it go faster. So he might start building it today. So should be interesting. First thing I want to talk about.
Yeah,
Somebody want
JD's.
to say something? No. Okay.
Root hasn't gotten his yet.
Is this thing from Red Cat? This thing from Red Cat. The Red Cat Tornado EPX Pro RC buggy. This is a 1/10 buggy, and it's been around for quite a while, but I think they just went and pulled a Traxxas on everybody. Because the only thing new that they've done on this is, then they actually write it down. We've given the Tornado EXP Pro a completely cosmetic makeover, which includes new body and wheels. So that's what's new with this truck. It is a 1/10 buggy, and it's okay. It's an okay buggy. To me, it's an entry level basher kind of.
What's in it for electronics?
It's got brushless system.
3,300. That's nice.
Yeah, 540
It's
can
only a
with a
60 amp though.
How many cells will it take?
It does take 3 cells. It shows on the bottom. You can put a 3.
What size are those wheels they put on it?
What size of wheels? That's
Uh-huh.
I don't
That
know.
size.
It looks like a 220. I look
They
at
might
that.
show the specs of them. I don't know, but there you see the brushless system. And for the price, it's pretty good. This is US right now, $239 US. So
Oh, that's
Yeah.
actually pretty good for an entry level. So
Is it ready to run?
They're ready
Yep.
to run 249, and you go. Like, to me, that's a pretty good deal.
it comes
if
with
you-
battery and chart. No, you need
No, they've removed. That's one thing with this one. They've
Go down a
actually
little bit.
removed the battery and the charger.
Oh, okay.
per people's requests. Some people were saying, don't put the battery in there because we're just gonna change it, or I don't use that, so it helps bring the cost down.
Still a good deal.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like the
that
kind
is
of stuff. Like,
a good deal.
I got that 1/16 basher, the Volcano 16. It's
Yeah.
$150 in Canada. So it's
Mhm.
probably like 110, $120 down for you guys down in the States. It's a 1/16 basher, and it defeats like the Traxxas, and the Traxxas is $205 up here. It's a great little unit. Like Red Cat makes nice stuff for good money.
Crazy
Yeah.
Joe, what's up?
Holy
No,
shit,
honestly-
Crazy Joe!
This one
Hi,
to me
buddy.
looks like
I do like the aluminum backbone though.
four-wheel drive off-road, you know?
Yeah, and it's got a reinforced metal, aluminum plate, which is nice. It's going to help it keep it sturdy. It's got a small 1/10 system. Got to remember, this is a 1/10. It is not made to compete against the Arma bashers. This is to me, like I mentioned before, it's an entry level, or if somebody wants just to have fun with a small 3S car or 2S.
I like the tires
Right.
though.
Yeah, that is a good. It seems like a good deal. I want to see how tough it is.
I mean, I would think that it would be close enough to be legal for four-wheel drive off-road buggy class,
Yeah, it should
Racing.
be. It should be.
you know? It would be a good way to get started in that,
Hey, Dirk.
you know, decide if you want to spend the money on something that's, you know, supposed to be a real high-end racer. That would be a good way to get your foot in the door and get the feel of it before
Yeah,
you go there.
And
you
it
know?
doesn't talk about the size of the tires.
I bet you. You think they're bigger than 2.2s?
No, what I was going to say is that it looks like they're probably 2.2, which would be the the required size for that class of racing.
Yeah. Wonder if it shows here on the standard parts. Nope.
Comes with
Not
full
a
ball
bad- it's also
bearings.
good looking.
Yeah,
Good
it does
looking.
come with ball bearings.
Oh, that's bonus there. Yeah.
Yeah. Sealed too, it looks like.
And it's
For
got
that
metal
price,
shocks,
I wasn't expecting that.
aluminum threaded body, coilover shop, not just a body, but I think, well, the cap here is metal, but this is plastic on top.
Hmm.
That rolled up bumper,
Plastic.
that looks like that would help it not get stuck when it nosedives. It lessen the chance of it.
Yes, but I'm scared here. These shocks, when you do a lot of nosedive and flips, this would get used up the first, and this would breaks right here. So it needs a protector on top here. A lot of
metal eye holes.
Yeah, so a lot of companies, they actually make things to actually protect here. So when you do those nosedives.
I bet you a link from one shock tower to the other shock tower with a little steering rod or something would help strengthen that as well.
Yeah.
It's also metal, but the strap towers are aluminum too.
Yeah, aluminum bends, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Yep, that's
bet
the
you-
thing about aluminum. It does bend.
Carbon
Doesn't
fiber
hold
might have
up.
been better.
When I started getting to the bashing, the Slash 4x4 was a brand new RC that year. And I was going to get some upgraded parts because I was breaking A-arms and shocks. And the guy said at the store, well, do you want to break a $3 part or bend a $30 part?
Right? That was a good question for him to ask. Yes.
I kept buying plastic. And then, an old trick, and it seemed to work on the, like, this is older plastic, so I'm sure the plastic nowadays is different. But in, like, I think it was 2009, 2010-ish, something like that, the Slash 4x4 came out. And kept breaking the front A-arms because I love getting air. Like, I have videos where I'm jumping over multiple F-150s. Like, I would launch that thing. Front A-arms would break all the time, and the front shocks because it would come down so hard. We buy the stock ones. And a guy that runs, he had I believe it was called an Inferno. I can't remember who makes the Inferno, but he was an on-road racer. And he would break. Yes. And he would break plastic parts all the time. And he would boil them in water for 5 minutes, he said. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it. And I did it with the Slash A-arms in the front. They never broke again. I don't know what that does. But again, the newer plastic is way different probably than what came out in 2010ish. But yeah, boiling stock Traxxas parts back in the day would make them stronger.
Sounds like a forging
Well,
process.
it gave it some bounce back. You know what I mean?
Sounds
Where
like
it
a
would give a
forging
little bit,
process for plastic.
go back in shape.
That's right. I never even thought about it that way. I was thinking it made them stiffer and stronger. I never even thought about it and made them more flexible. Never even crossed my mind.
And
But you can be
that's the
totally right.
thing about the you know how the company RPM makes A-arms and H-arms for practically everything out there.
Yeah, I didn't
That's
like
the whole thing with their stuff. You know, it's more flexible, so it gives a little bit instead of breaking.
I tried the RPM ones. I didn't like them because after about not long, like 6 or 10 hours of runtime, they would start to warp, and your toe in would go right in. Like your front tires would be pointing at each other damn near, and it's like because the A arms would warp.
A little bit too far.
Like I love RPM stuff. Like I bought lots of it, but the A arms for Traxxas I did not like. They did not work properly at the time.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe there's going to be a carbon fiber towers for the shocks from, or someone makes it for the Tornado.
Yeah, maybe, but I doubt it because, like I mentioned, it's entry level. And if you're going to spend money on something, to me, you're going to spend money on something a little bit better than this one.
Well, it would have to be super popular for people to start making, performance parts for it,
Sean wants to see the double X10.
No,
Yes, that's the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is this thing from
Oh my God.
Cross RC.
That thing is just
Here's my
obnoxiously
glasses,
big.
goddammit.
Son of a bitch.
So this thing is a double, they call it the double
Here's my
X10.
glasses.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
10-wheel drive.
10-wheel drive, these one front, one turn.
Sean.
And real quick, it does have the dimension here. This thing is almost 12 inches wide, and it's 49 inches long.
Wow.
Jesus.
Okay.
You gotta have some space for that.
That's bigger than Brad's
Yeah,
table.
it's called outside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brad's
it is
gonna need an
mammoth.
8-foot table now.
This truck
Yeah,
right here,
you don't need a bigger fit of
Oh
4
my
foot
God,
table.
look at that. Next to the mammoth. Oh my
Wow.
God.
this
No
truck is the
way.
Mammoth, and the Mammoth is this one here, which I have the frame, and I'm holding the frame here. Let me put my hand there and there. So this is the frame of the Mammoth. This is how big the Mammoth is.
Jesus.
Like twice as long.
And the other one is massive compared to this thing.
Yeah,
It's
put the
almost-
comparison photo back up again.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. You could probably almost put the mammoth in the back of it.
You could
Ah. Oh
get
my
rid of the
God.
guns.
Yeah. I
It's
wouldn't have the
gargantuan.
guns. I'd have a party of zombie apocalypse in there.
Oh, I'm afraid to ask, but how much?
Yeah.
they don't have the price yet,
I
Oh
bet
my
it's
You wanna know the
$300.
price yet?
That's the scary part.
because right now this is a rendered image. This truck does not exist yet. This is a rendered image that
Well,
they're
how much does the one below it cost?
for $1,500. This one.
1,500.
Oh yeah, it's at least
Double that.
at least double
At
that.
least double that.
Yep.
I'm gonna say 2,500, but yeah.
I do love the guns on it. It makes it look
I know
awesome.
some people were saying it's a rendered image, but let me tell you, this looks pretty real under there with the chassis there.
Yeah.
What exactly
Looks
does
an awful
rendered
lot
mean?
like
Like
Photoshop.
completely created on computer?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
3D
built
render
yet.
computer image.
It's a CAD drawing.
So if they have an image this good, they definitely have it in a or was it an MP file or whatever it's called that they can send it to the printers?
Yeah.
They could totally
Look at
make
the
that.
tires on
Look at
that
that
thing,
independent
man.
rear suspension they want to make it. Do you see that?
Spin
It's
rush. What's
definitely
up?
not a rock crawler.
Yeah, all 10 wheels are independent, just like the Mammoth.
You could
Yeah,
do
and
all that, bro.
the Mad Max grill is a nice touch too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
we're
it's
moving
metal.
that right away.
This
I can
looks
see
like
that
metal.
going through some deep snow.
Yeah, I would get rid of that right away.
Get rid of what?
That grill on
The
the
grill.
bottom.
Oh, I call it the cow pusher.
I wouldn't even put the,
That's
I
a
wouldn't put
ground
them
catcher.
tanks on them.
Those are sweet. On a
Yeah, I
turret,
wouldn't put the
yeah.
guns on.
No, I don't care about the turrets at all. I just want to see where it'll go.
They
Yeah,
have photos of the chassis.
They showed little bits of it. They showed you it's independent, all 10 axles.
it'd be a
Oh.
party in the back. That's for
Set up
sure.
right.
So they have this here. I'm wondering what this part is. I know this is a shifter for probably the transmission, or maybe locking the disc, but I'm just
The other
wondering what
one
they're
looks
trying
like
to
some
show.
kind of shift setup too.
Looks like it just uses it and moves the turret around.
Maybe dual motor. There's 2 motors here, you can see,
It's probably one for a hydraulic pump.
and they look like dual 75 turn, probably 550s, if not bigger.
Could be 750s.
Yeah.
It could also
Oh
be
yeah, 775. They might be 775s.
It could also be brushless.
I don't think these are brush
Ross only does brush.
brushless.
Oh, it shows it right there. 750s.
I wonder if it's like a 6S or something like that.
Look at that, 750s.
all
It shows
that
750
power.
motors.
But this thing is just massive. I would
That'd
love
be
to
cool
get
if
it,
that the guns work.
no, I don't think they
That'd be
should.
awesome.
Well, not shoot, but lift up in the air and move.
Yeah.
But you
The
can
way
see-
that the way those
Maybe do the whole recoil thing with the LED that flashes at the end, you know?
it looks like
Bet
it
you
could
could
shoot
drive a
22
24
bullets.
scale underneath it, you think?
It's like
You drive a 24 scale underneath, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duck Man could crawl
It would
underneath
still
of
be
that.
massive.
You definitely could one of the minis these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Those guns look like they could shoot 22 bullets.
Oh, Duckman would love that. Yeah.
I don't like where they're pointing, especially if you're driving. Like,
Yeah. I
I
accidentally
think-
pressed the fire
Yeah, I
button.
think I would prefer the turret to be up behind the cab so the gun's pointing the other way, you know?
I think there's a safety switch there, guys.
But man, this thing looks so nice.
And Sean would get one.
And I would get one.
After I win the lottery, I will get.
Yes, that's what that. Oh, I forgot that
And-
statement,
and-
Lyle. Yes, after I win the lottery, I will get.
What is that, a bus?
Yeah, somebody posted this. It looks like a train. Somebody put a train onto
Oh,
kind
funny.
of this is
Lyle-
a 12 by
Lyle-
12.
Yeah, that looks like a train car, all right.
Yeah,
Lyle would do trail runs with that 10 wheel drive.
they
beast.
come out with a price on that one yet?
Yeah, I'm right, I
Next
would.
month. We
Nope,
should know
not
next
yet.
month.
Next month?
Right, damn right, Lyle. I'll be right
So-
behind you, man.
Well, it'd be right in the mud. It'll be right in a swamp. People
Oh
are like,
yeah,
"What do you
that's
got?
the
You're an
first
RC
thing.
fan." That's why I buy RC.
Has to
Isn't
be in
that
the
one
mud.
supposed to be, isn't the rear deck on that one supposed to be functional?
That's cool too. Look at that.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, that's cool too.
No, Bill. Which one you talking? Oh yeah,
That
yes,
AT4.
the WT4, the rear deck. is
Yeah,
functional.
that one, yeah.
It is going to be a kit. You got to build everything, but the deck comes back and it tilts up.
Yeah, rollback, that's what they call them.
That's a
Rollback,
striker.
yeah.
Show and shine on that thing.
Look at that striker. Look how cool it looks.
But this BT8, that's I would rather get this than the Mammoth. It's a little shorter, but to me, this thing, the action on this thing is so cool. You see the wheels here and the action on it. Like it's really, to me, it's would be funner than the Mammoth.
What is that?
Also
We're
looks
looking at?
very amphibious.
See you, Crazy
See you,
Joe.
Crazy Joe.
This is the BT8.
Later,
It's called
Joe.
the BT8. It's
That's
like
cross
a
as
tank.
well. It's
You know,
cross.
Is that like $1,500 too?
Yeah, this one's about that price also. Or we can have a look at it real quick.
That's
Look at
cross
how
as
good
well.
that suspension looks.
But this thing is pretty
Good to
fast.
see you, Joe. Post some videos, buddy. Haven't seen you in a long time, man.
The strikers are actually like 70-mile-an-hour vehicles in real life.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Not-
they're fast.
Another thing that Cross RC has, but not Cross RC USA, they have these things, the new Emo X. It looks pretty good. It's
Yeah.
based on the emo, but it's just a different chassis.
Yeah,
Hope
I like
it doesn't
that.
get on their case.
It's,
Who makes that? Oh, Cross.
Cross.
They
sorry,
did,
I like the body color.
but
they
that's
did
a
exactly
fucking-
what Jeep, they did exactly what Jeep should have done. A single cab Gladiator. That's what that is. That's a single cab Gladiator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they might not sell it here in the US because of what's going on with Jeep right now.
Looks
So
too
that's
much like a
probably
Jeep.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
nobody pushes it. Because Jeep is going after everybody right now.
yeah, they are.
Or an extended Samurai.
I'd be surprised if they weren't all over that one there. because
that
it
out
does
yet?
look like-
Do you remember the Scrambler?
not
the
yet.
one-to-one?
Actually, it's damn near a Comanche.
No, or a Scrambler.
It is
I'm talking
out
about real
at,
trucks.
this one is out at crossrc.com, dash.com, but not at crossrc USA, this
Hmm.
one,
Right, and the reason for that is licensing, I'm sure.
probably, yeah.
Instead of calling it the Gladiator, they could have called it the Scrambler because the Scrambler was like that.
They haven't released that here in the US yet because overseas, they're getting all the new releases first. So the US will have that probably midsummer.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of always been
Jeep
like
doesn't
that,
stop them.
honestly.
Sean says it doesn't look like a Jeep. No, it looks very, very reminiscent of a Jeep.
Another
Yeah,
thing
come
you
on,
see,
John, you know it looks like a Jeep, buddy.
And I do like the color of the body, though. That's a nice color.
now Losi has come out with this, and just before we started the live stream, Brad had a big conversation about pricing, how much is it worth compared to the other one. So we'll just touch base on that right now. Basically, this is the ready to run Gravedigger. And I believe they do have a kit of this.
Yeah, I think they have a kit version.
Yeah.
This ready to run is $650 US. And this kit version of the one they just released is $600. So in other words, for $50 more, you get it's a ready to run.
But
But-
it's not the same chassis.
But in
No.
the kit, how many high performance parts do you get as compared to the RTR?
The shocks,
So
looks like the arms, it looks like it's a longer wheelbase too, from what I understand.
Yeah, I watched Tony earlier and he said it's a carbon fiber chassis, longer
Yeah.
wheelbase. And there was like 3 or 4 other hop up parts on it. And he said he absolutely thinks it's going to outperform it. Now, I think it's the same length as the King Fling though, aren't they longer?
The
Yeah.
wheelbase on this one
Um,
is longer, yes.
But is
I
the
bet-
King Fling,
Yeah, the
Longer.
King Sling is longer than the Gravedigger. Yes.
So if you were to put the same system from the ready to run in that, I bet you that one, since it's lighter, made out of carbon fiber, would be faster too.
Oh, not just that. This has a shitload of upgrades
yeah,
that the other
Structurally,
one
it's
does not
sound.
have.
the shocks,
The shocks, the arms, the links at the bottom, the
Yeah.
frame, like it is not the same truck at all. The only thing that
It's gonna
might
take
be
us
the
like
same
Graham
thing is the axles. The axles are probably the only thing that are the same thing.
which are pretty much bulletproof.
It's gonna, the structure, the chassis structure itself is gonna be stronger too.
Well, yeah, it's carbon fiber. But like
Yeah, but-
they've done everything a kind of a, if you were to buy this and put upgrades on it, it would turn into this guy. But they've done it for you. So all the upgrades are there.
It's gonna
And if you
jump.
think about it, Axial did something similar just now with their Pro.
Yeah.
That's a $470 kit when you get a 10.3 kit for $250.
230. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's total different setup, different axles.
You know
carbon
what?
fi-
It
Or
has-
aluminum frame Pro, but
It seems to have the same wheelbase as the King Sling.
So we
That's
said.
what you're saying.
Well, we can quickly have a look at it because the Kingsling is here.
Oh.
Actually, we can look at this one. No, it's not on this yet. It's Kingsling. Open. What does it say for wheelbase on this thing?
I think it's 30.
It's like I said, the new one is longer than the King Sling, I believe.
Yeah, I think it would be. It is going to be longer.
Yeah.
Even though in the wheelbase?
But that's like, back in the 90s, Tamiya used to release like 4 or 5 different versions of a chassis. And how much you paid was how much performance you wanted. If you were going full-blown race, you paid the price for it, Otherwise, it would be more expensive to upgrade the less expensive model. But if you just wanted to get out there and play around at it, the basic kit would do the job,
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one has 15-inch wheelbase, and the Kingsling also has 15-inch wheelbase.
So it's the same
Oh,
wheelbase.
it's the same. Okay.
It's the same wheelbase as the Kingsling, but here it says a longer 15-inch wheelbase, but they're comparing to this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
the
monster truck.
original. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. So it's like, you got the base kit, then you got the full race kit,
Right. Oh, they also integrated that wheelie bar stop in the back of the chassis too.
Yeah. Yeah. Rather than the actual wheelie bar that you
Yeah, I
bend
like
right off and break off.
You watch, that's going
Right.
to be in competitions in the monster trucks.
I like
Oh,
the
yeah, of
exhaust
course.
sticking
That's
out
what
of
they
it.
made it.
already is, Brad.
Of
Where
course.
have you been? There's one in Ohio every year. Tony, CCXRC goes to.
Yeah, there's lots of monster truck events that are actually
The-
ongoing, I mean.
There's one that bounces between
they have
Michigan and
classes
Ohio.
that-
That's
There's
inside
so
racing.
many
Yeah.
for that truck. There's so many companies that made upgrades for that, and that's why I think Team Losi came out with that one. Also, is because hey, they're upgrading the shit out of it. Now let's make one for them instead. Let's us pocket all the money instead, and it makes complete sense for them to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
That's
like the whole axle thing with the SCX 10 Pro.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
doing the
And
same
the
thing,
AX24.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think it's this Horizon is finally listening and watching what people are doing and said, well, we can do that. You can buy our stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it
No,
probably would give people money in the long run,
I mean, look at the Pro. It's coming out with brass everything within a month of release, they said, month or 2 of release. It's
Yeah.
already in production.
Yeah.
And it makes sense for them to come out with a Pro and then come out with all the brass fittings for them, because they lose so much money.
Yep.
From the other companies that
the
makes upgrades.
So, Frank, I don't know if you saw where FMS was coming out with basically the Power Wagon Michigan because they had all those chassis and couldn't use them.
Yep.
It's actually hit Amazon today. They
Okay.
haven't released it on FMS's site. I hadn't seen, but on
You know what?
Amazon, if you do the FMS Atlas
I'm
or
surprised.
1/10 Atlas, it's out there for $249.
I'm surprised the
and
Ram.
it's the same chassis as the Michigan.
It's the same chassis. It's the small shocks. Looks like the same transmission, but it's the Power Wagon body, and all that. But for $249, I still think it's a good deal. It's got fake Hyrax tires on it because I saw it at USTE. It looks like a good starter truck to do something with. I mean, yeah, the parts aren't all there yet because you'd have to convert it over to a different trans if you really wanted to lean on it. But
Yeah, but if you're gonna spend money to buy a truck and turn it into a comp or make
you wouldn't buy it.
upgrades on it, there's so many other
Yep.
companies better than the FMS.
Yep.
To me, FMS is a class 1 truck kind of, because they
Exactly.
go very good in details. Keep tiny tires on it, keep it looking nice.
Right. Well, and so far, FMS has not been about that side of it.
Yeah.
They've
No.
been more about the scale aspects of the small trucks.
It does have bearings in it though.
Mhm.
JD says FMS
Well,
just
that's always
the
good.
match again with the Jurassic Park paint job.
Well,
I hadn't seen that one, JD.
I haven't seen that one either.
here you go.
And another thing I saw is Hemistorm is having fun with his laser cutter.
Yep.
So this is all done, and you can get those pretty cheap, but you need to know how to use CAD and how to use your imagination to get things done like this. This is cool.
You did a
It's on an
camper too.
FMS.
Is it on there?
Yes, and that's what I'm going to show next. Is the
Rock Hobby
camper.
or FMS vehicle that's on too.
But you can do this on pretty much any truck. If you have a laser cutter and have the imagination to do this, you can get this done very easily.
You know what? You could probably make a whole car body with with the laser cutter.
Of course, you can make anything. Like he's done a camper here. It's like a puzzle. You see, I'm not going to show his video because it's on YouTube, but go to Hemistorm and you'll see him put this together. And it's kind of genius what he's done. It's the front here goes this way. To me, it should have done the other way. A camper is aerodynamic. It should have been done the other way, but it's
How much is the laser cutter?
hey,
How much is the laser cutter?
Sure, there's multiple prices for how
Yeah.
good of you want.
Yeah.
Couple thousand to start.
That's
no,
what
you can get some for about $250. You can get some for about $250, $300.
Do that thin of wood. Yeah.
But like you can cut maybe this thickness, but the one he has, yeah, the one he has is $3-4 grand. Like it does everything. It does 3D printing, laser cutting, engraving. It does everything.
That's styrene, right?
This is wood.
Oh, it's wood. Oh, okay.
This is not balsa wood.
I mean, I could cut
MDF.
that out
Particle
with a
board.
I
This
could
is
cut that out
MDF
with
wood.
my.
But it's pretty interesting. I don't know if they have the file, if he's selling the files or what he's doing. But it would be interesting if he does sell the file to people that actually can get this laser cut. So another thing I saw, Proline has released some tires. So they've been hinting some people about a couple things, especially there's something else. So they've been hinting about this. Some people were thinking, oh, it's a new body, but it wasn't just a body. It is a body for the SCX TEN-SCTE, the SCX, yeah, SCX6, and also tires for it. So these are actually tires for the 6 scale, which is the Trepador.
And then they just released all those bodies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like
all
that
the-
grave digger.
So these are
Yeah.
the Trepadors, and I
nice
love
bug.
my 1.9 Trepadors. I've had them on my truck for years, and I still use them.
Are they good traction tire?
Oh, isn't the Proline bodies? Isn't that under the Horizon roof now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Proline is
Yes, they
under
are.
Horizon.
Yep. Okay.
And since they're coming out with that new monster truck, why not come out with some new bodies for them?
Yep.
And those are pre-painted in 2 different
Cool.
versions.
I like that
That's
color.
cool.
Wow, that's
Ice,
good side.
Pretty cool.
The ice in the fire.
ice
I like
fire.
that one.
Those will get great traction between rocks because of the sidewall.
I don't know if anybody remembers it here, but one of my favorite RC monster trucks that came out was the one with the dog ears. When it jumped, the dog
Yeah.
ears came up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forget what they
Adam
call
made
that
one of those in a lunchbox.
They,
Bad to the bone.
they still have Monster Mutt.
Monster Mud.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was hilarious. I love it.
Back in the tick.
They also came out with this Ford.
Yep.
That's for the 6. That's the X6.
No,
Not sure
that's
if
the
for the 6. That's I think
Oh,
it's
that's a 10. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
It's
They
not
always use those.
bad, but it's not great either.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I've
say,
always-
them tires look like they're gonna rub that
Yeah.
body pretty good.
Those
Yeah, they
tires
would
look
rub.
like
Yeah,
Those
these
tires
tires
are
are
good,
gonna rub this body very good, yes.
Yeah.
For some trimming.
The front angle looks pretty good, but the rest of it doesn't really do much for me.
Okay.
I'm a Ford guy, and it's just like they took that scale. What did they release? D10 comp body, and they said, let's just mold a Ford front on it.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like I said, those little braces at the back of the cab just, I don't know, I've never liked those. I mean, they seem to put them on everything nowadays.
Well, there's for structure.
Trying to give it a little more strength, you know?
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
why
that's
don't they
sitting
just
on a
go
base
ahead and
camp
start
chassis held by
making the
stockyards.
internal bracing for the body like Traxxas does on theirs, you know?
So you don't like these little bumps here on the back?
Yeah, that right there has driven me nuts for years. They've done that on practically every pickup truck body they've made.
They at least
You know,
tried to do a
you know,
drop bed point for you in the back.
What's the name of the tires on that one?
Super Swampers. It's written
Oh,
right there, Super Swampers.
What's up, James?
So they came out with that body, and they also came out with this body.
The pre-runner Toyota.
Oh, see, I like that.
Class 2, Class 3 cliffhanger body, cab only.
And it is a Chevy S10, Brad.
Didn't look like it. The colors remind me of a Toyota pre-runner.
I totally agree.
So it is a cab only. Okay, that's the one I saw, but they cut the cab off in the picture. You know, the back of the cab. But that's actually pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
if I was
It's got a
gonna-
ton of clearance. Those are the
That'd be a good-
Baja Pro X.
Yep. There's some beefy tires.
Mhm.
They call that body the cliffhanger.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
See, those are the tires that run on my Capra.
I
Nathan
like the
Thompson.
sidewalls on a lot of these trucks because they would get good traction when they run them between rocks.
That's what you do with the
Oh, those
crawlers.
tires do amazing. The Baja
And
Pro.
if you have a Pro SCX 24, you can now get
Dual foams.
two-stage foam for them.
For the what?
For those are for the little ones though.
For the SCX
Yeah.
24.
24.
Yeah, the
24 scale.
1 inch rims.
Curtis is here.
That's great.
So for all you guys that really put a lot of brass on your truck and made it weigh 1 pound, you can now put this on your truck.
I'm about to.
Going back, you can start talking about stuff again.
Okay. And
Can we
again,
get a
we're back
chat-
on.
Can we get a
And I think they're the first ones out with a 2-stage for those. The only other alternative is something like the Flub RC or the Three Brothers.
That's going on the
I was
6
gonna say
tank.
the flubber stuffers.
No, that's a 24.
Okay, Lyle, you have something to say?
Can we get a chat update? I can't see the chat, so I'm curious if there's anything going on in there.
You want me to read what I see so far?
Lyle is the smartest one here. Lyle is the best one. We've
Uh,
seen all night.
he's
Let
the-
Lyle
Lyle
talk
is a
more.
dick.
He's the RC king of the world.
Lyle's smoking crack tonight. So
Anything else you want to know, Lyle?
It's all
You
about
mean the
you, Lyle.
chat is smoking crack?
All right, that was not what I expected at all.
Well, you
I believe
asked.
they said Lyle looks cold in the shed. He had to
Except
put
for
his
the
hood up.
Lilo's a dick part.
JD
There was
Zarson
actually
says,
4 or 5 people said that.
I want those tires for the SCX6. So some guys are saying they want those tires.
Yeah, I want to put
Blind
those
guy
on
says
my
he wants to
bike.
try the Bajas. They were good, blind guy.
Those 1.02 stage foams look pretty sweet, JD says.
Yeah, I think they're the first ones to come out with something like that, aren't they? The 2-stage for a micro.
We are eating chicken in the chat.
Yeah, and Flubber Stuffers is the only one that has an anti-foam form right now.
Okay,
Okay, so Three Brothers hasn't bothered with the 124th.
They're not gonna even bother.
Lyle is still correct. I think they're trying to start up that thing about the button.
Oh, no, I'm not. I let that joke go. I did my bit.
That's just my idea of what he meant by that, but
Hey, blind guy doesn't Axial already make 1.9 trips, man?
hey, Brian.
Nope. They discontinued them because they're on the ban list for comps.
Ah, okay.
Ooh,
Lyle is a goat of YouTube gold.
that body's still $43 for that thing. $44. Oof.
Yep,
$44 for what?
For the cab only.
for that cliffhanger
The
cab only.
cliffhanger cab,
That
cab only.
kind of
The
gotten
comp
outrageous.
wagon's about the
I
same.
remember in the 90s, I was bitching because I was paying $20 for like sand body.
Yeah, a whole body, and this is only half a body.
All right.
Well, that's what Dennis was saying earlier before we started the stream. He was saying a lot of people are bitching about that price, but then they turn around and buy 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, I know. Well,
What sense does that make?
prices have gone up on everything, so why
Yeah.
not in the bodies too?
Right, I mean, I just ordered one this afternoon. So.
Brian, about
The
time.
cliffhanger?
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, I don't like that the RC 4-wheel drive K44 axles are over $70 a piece, but I'll still buy them. You know, it is what it is. You know,
Yeah, it's if
Gabe,
you want
here.
it, you're gonna pay for it.
right?
Gabe's here.
Evening,
Yeah.
Gabe.
Oh, no.
I bought a set of AR-44s from A-Main, the original 3-piece axles for 2 was $151.
Oh, yeah.
That for 2 pair or 1?
I mean, no matter what brand
One pair,
you buy,
2
you
axles.
get something like that, you know.
But they're front or rear.
Or 2 axles, 1 pair.
Yes.
And that's not all the innards, right?
No, you get everything with it.
Oh, you do get everything? Okay.
Yep, bearings, axle inserts, C-hubs, lockouts.
That ain't too bad, I guess.
No, and I won't buy aluminum axles because it's, to me, is a waste of money.
JD says that is a kind of crazy. I spent 80.
You're
for
you're
6
more
foot
of a comper than a scaler, though, Dennis.
Ben Rush, we're all addicts, we'll pay.
of the cab only.
Yeah.
Well, this is metal axle. All my
Right, well,
other
it can-
cross trucks are metal axle,
Yeah,
but
it
I
can
don't
that way.
comp with plastic. If I had to buy the metal axles, I'd buy plastic.
You don't comp with
You
metal
don't comp
axles?
with metal, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
you comp with
Metal
plastic
catches up.
axles.
Yeah,
Metal
drags.
catches everything. Like
Yeah,
metal,
metal doesn't slide like
metal doesn't
plastic
slide.
does.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, but I'm worried about that. I'm not worried about competitions. I'm trying to build stuff that looks like the real thing.
Yeah, blind guy, I got a set of F10s on my one comp truck. I love them.
Bill, did you do anything with your melted truck?
No, it's still sitting in there, Monty.
Yeah.
Good truck.
Yeah, he melted the truck.
Yeah, I messed up and I left it in the car with the windows rolled up on an 80-degree afternoon in the sun.
Oh, I heard.
So the roof sags in a little bit and the hood's warped. So it kind of looks like a tree fell on it.
Yeah.
Well, what you got to do tomorrow is you got to find a branch about 1 inch thick, break it, and lay it across the hood and the roof of the truck and take a picture of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be the story and I'll stick to it.
Hey, Keith,
Mhm.
what is the Predator mobile made out of?
Wood. It's really a shit kicker. Predator just took it over.
Right.
Yeah. It's made out of wood.
Hand carved.
What's it based off of? What's the transmission?
Just-
set?
That. It's a it's
TRX or Traxxas.
Bandit.
yeah, it's a bandit,
Bandit.
Traxxas Bandit, yeah. But it's got like extension stampede arms on it and stuff. And so,
Okay,
but the transmission's a bandit.
CNC's here. Gabriel says, anybody excited on that Losi Mini Truggy?
Brad
Not
said he's getting two.
I didn't build the frame, but I
But
built
it's,
everything on top of it. I bought the frame at a trade show. It's just a piece of piece of aluminum that was bent a little bit.
Right.
You didn't have nothing on it. Had a little baby servo on it and everything.
Yeah, the front steering for that one wheel was already kind of made, but he fixed
Yeah,
it a
I
little bit better.
redesigned it all. I put new better links on it and a bigger servo and everything.
It's cool, man. I enjoyed watching it go around.
Next video's better. It's got the King hauler in it, racing.
And who's driving both of them? You and your wife?
No, Tracy was home. My nephew, you see my nephew? He
Yeah.
bent over. He was unwrapping it because I ran it into that fence.
Okay.
So my
Right.
nephew was there with me. Yeah.
Jack's here. Jack's Food and Music.
Hey, Jack, how you doing?
Hey, Jack, about time you showed up, you plug.
Hello, Jack.
Hey, Spinrush says, the Tank RC, big thank you for the introducing me to the Trivial Maker. It is now, I couldn't finish it, went up too fast.
Now being used for
Used for
education.
education, already started making games.
Cool. Yeah, I'm debating. I'm probably going to buy a license or buy the yearly license for it. So it's not that much. It's 20 bucks for the year. So and that's
Yeah, that sounds pretty reasonable.
coming back with another subject is Brad might be starting a trivia night.
I sent you something, Frank.
Yeah, I know. He already sent me some questions that was sent by Sergeant
Jason.
J. Now I'm waiting for yours, Brad. Because Sergeant J just did say, if I send you some, you got to match what I'm sending. So now you have to make your question.
Didn't you do this a long time ago?
Yes, but we're going to do it on Brad's channel and KBRC 13's hobby shop. What's the name of the hobby shop?
You just said it, the hobby shop.
Okay, the name of the hobby shop is Hobby Shop.
Yeah, the hobby shop. That's the
The
name of the
hobby
hobby
shop.
shop.
Near his place is gonna sponsor something. We don't know yet. And so it might be a servo, it might be something else, it might be something. For now, we're thinking it might be every 2 months or maybe every month. It might be at the end of the month. So we're
Oh,
looking
by the way,
into that.
Hank Spinrush says he bought the license.
Okay, cool. Good stuff.
Could be a collaboration here, you know?
Yep.
But the night that you did try that, it was a lot of fun, actually. Once we
Mhm.
kind of figured out how to operate everything, you know?
Yeah, and
First night for me.
they were still debugging, especially the crowd mode. They were still debugging. That's why some people had some problem logging on sometime. But I think they figured that one out now.
It came out a couple of times and I had to reload, you know?
It worked smooth Tuesday night when you did that, those 3 test questions.
I like the idea. I'm going to watch.
You're
Are
gonna
you
watch or
right?
you're gonna participate?
Or
Yeah,
if I
I'm
can,
gonna
if I
watch.
can participate, I will. But if the questions are Tamaya based, I'm not going to do well because I
Well,
don't.
some of them are going to be to my.
Gonna be all different.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, you're
but
gonna
wow, you
My
don't
history on
need
Radio
to-
Shack only based on one car.
you don't need to do well, Lyle. You just need to be entertaining, you know, like vagina.
I should put that button
can try
question
it
in there. You should put the button question in for trivia.
But the way we're gonna do it, Lyle, is it's a multiple answer question. So you're gonna see the question on YouTube, and then the answer is gonna appear on your phone, and you're gonna have a choice of 4 answers,
Multiple choice.
multiple
Yeah.
choice.
So
We're
you
not
got a
in
50%
kindergarten, come
chance.
on.
Wow.
So if you pick it the
25% chance
fastest,
of getting it right.
if you choose the question, the answer faster, you get more points.
Oh, so you're doing it like, I know what you're talking about. So you're doing it like you're doing like some sports bars.
Yeah.
You get the little
Yeah.
controller right there. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Chris
might
is
be-
correct. Chris is correct
The
question.
quicker
Gets
you
the
answer the
answer
question, the more
most
points you get.
yeah.
I might be out then because my cell phone is my source of internet for the laptop.
Okay.
And if like right now, if somebody sends me a text message and I respond to it, I'll lose you guys because I can't support that much data at one time.
Okay, Lyle, we'll make you like Vanna White then. You just gotta go like this.
RC Recreation's here.
I could see the text messages come in and I'll just yell, scream, 3, the answer's 3.
No, we decided already. You're gonna be like Vanna. You
All
hold
right,
up
I can
the,
handle that.
Yeah,
I'm
Gabriel,
gonna have to go dress shopping though.
yeah.
Gabriel is asking if anybody.
There you go.
would Get that High Trail Ford that Traxxas just put out.
Oh my God. I want that
Definitely
so
not.
bad. Jesus. It hurts.
I haven't ordered it yet
Wants
though.
to be a millionaire.
I agree. I hate Traxxas, but that Ford body looks fucking great. You know.
Yeah.
I'm
It
gonna
looks really nice in purses, man.
I'm gonna
in person.
float by Boyden saying that he hates Traxxas. I'm gonna let that go for now. But yeah, that Ford in black. Oh my God.
The one in black, but it's limited edition also, so it's only some store in the US that's going to get some.
If
No
it's
Canadian stores will
if I
get
had a child, I would trade it for that truck.
How many?
Well, you're
How
only
many?
gonna get you can only get the black one from a hobby store. You cannot
How
order that
much
online.
How many copies?
Which reminds me,
Well, it's a limited number too. I don't know how
Still
many,
kinda-
but it's limited.
Still kind of staying on topic, but not. Tank, who is Sang, and is he coming in tonight?
I don't know if he's coming in. He's got the email, but Sang is a guy that he works at Great Hobbies once in a while downtown Ottawa.
You know, Sam.
Yeah, I was there yesterday, and I'm wondering if I met him or not because I can't
Yes.
picture his face.
No, he
Bet you
usually
did.
works on weekend. During the week, he has a regular job somewhere else, and on weekends he goes to the hobby store to help out and work a couple of hours, some hours.
Doesn't he
I
have
went in
a
there. I
eBay
went in there
store
yesterday
for?
I went in there yesterday for a purchase, and I whipped out the old native status card to get rid of the tax, and it took a long time. So I was just wondering if he was the guy who was helping me because, holy shit, it's like, okay, just pretend I'm white. Just go ahead and charge me the tax. I need to go. This is an hour and 45-minute drive to get here, and I have to drive an hour and 45 minutes to get home. Just charge me the money. Holy shit.
JD says it's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Kind of. The answers are going to be like you're going to get 4 different answers, but again, the fastest you answer the question, the better it can be for you.
I'm sure you've been online, Lyle, would saying.
I'm sure I have as well because I had this conversation with Bushman on Instagram, and he was telling me, yeah, you might have met Sang. He's on Tank's live streams. I'm like, I remember the name, but I can't picture a face.
Little
Well,
Asian guy.
Asian looking. He's kind of Tamaya guru.
Yeah, he's another Tamaya guy. He's in
Tamaya and Coach
Oh,
Kyosho.
what he don't like? What's the one he makes fun of all the time? The RC.
Oh,
I
Arma.
forget. Arma, yeah, pay an arm and a leg for. He don't like Arma.
Yeah, but he owns Armin now.
No, the store is full of white people.
Yeah.
Well, he owns all sorts of things. But
Surprising in Ottawa.
Tamaya is his thing.
Yeah. He gets finds some good deals, man. That guy, I tell you what.
Yeah. He's amazing. He always gets something for cheap.
Yeah.
If you're patient, you're going to get something for a good price. That's for sure.
I mean, he makes it an art, Frank.
Like yard sales and stuff.
He makes it an art.
Yeah, I never find RCs at yard sales.
Me neither. Like,
I've found them in pawn shops occasionally, and they always want too much fucking money for them.
yeah.
Where are you going to look when you're looking for RCs? Are you going to the poor neighborhood? You going to the middle class neighborhood? What you got to pick.
I quit doing it all together. I quit doing it all together, man. I just buy parts online and build my own shit.
He's here.
Only ever found one RC at a pawn shop. or not a pawn shop, a garage sale, because I'll hit garage sales. I love garage sales.
Yeah.
So I went in and there was this an HPI 1/5 2-wheel drive functioning RC. Like everything was there, the batteries were there. Like it was a female selling this. She started it up and we ran it up and down the alley. She wanted $50 for a 1/5 HPI gas RC.
She had no idea what that was worth at the time.
Yeah, well, I sold it 2 hours later for $400.
Yeah.
Right. And that guy was amazed at how cheap he got it, right?
One of my
I didn't care. It was a flip. It was just it was pure
flip.
bonus money. I didn't care what it went for. Like,
You know-
I'm asking 400. I'll be at your house in 10 minutes.
You know what I thought was an amazing story is that someone what Jake is told that he found a clodbuster out near the garbage tree line, and he's like, "What?" And it was an original one with the Chevy light badge on it. He's like, "This guy does not know what he had." It's amazing.
That's why I gotta either talk to my wife or whatever, or leave something in my testament. If ever I die, like, don't sell these RCs for $50 each when I die.
Just
please.
give them to
I got
me.
that. I got that in my will. I've already looked after that. All my RCs and everything, my family's going to pay for them to be shipped to Rookie 101 out in Calgary.
Right.
He's going to sell it all and then send the money to my mom if I die. I got that looked after.
God forbid.
Nah, you never know. I drink too much.
That's a good plan because he'll know exactly what to do with that shit. you know?
Yes, Rookie is a great man and he's intelligent. Like, I miss that guy so much. Oh, it hurts. But he says he's going to come visit because his girlfriend is from southern Ontario. It's like Toronto area, which is like 4.5 hours away. And I showed him on the map. He's like, "How far is here from your place?" And it's 4.5 hours. I screenshotted the Google Maps, and he's like, "Shit, that's close. So I'm going to come visit you this summer." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome." So yeah, Rookie, yeah, he's getting 100% of everything. I like my RCs, my laptops, my cameras, my chargers, everything, all my tools, my batteries, 100% of everything is going to go to Rookie. It's tens of thousands of dollars of stuff, like maybe even $100,000. And yeah, he's getting it all. He sells it and then sends the money back to my mom. That's my plan.
And you're still not finished.
Oh, not even close.
You've been to live a long time, so it is worth $100,000 or more, all your stuff.
Oh, it is now. Trust me. Like, even though I got rid of like 70% of my stuff before I left Calgary, like I'm down to like 30 RCs. I had like 150 a year ago.
I think I'm up to 30 RCs, and that's the ones, including the ones I haven't built yet.
That's all the ones from the Elf.
Yeah.
I got quite a few that aren't from him, so.
Is that guy still around? I haven't heard anything about him in a long time.
Yeah, he's still around.
But it's crazy how much people are selling their used truck or cars on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, the best is when a girlfriend and boyfriend break up and the boyfriend left an RC at the girlfriend's house and they break up. She'll put it up for $20 and it's like a $600 RC. Thank you.
Yeah, that does happen.
Yeah, poor bastard.
Or it could happen the opposite way around. The woman is into the RC, which is happening more and more. And
then he
the guy
deserves
does
it
that.
because if a guy finds a girl who is into RC and he loses her, fuck that guy.
I know.
He fucked up. If he had a girlfriend that was into RC and he fucked it up, too bad.
Jake's here. Yeah, but I'm just saying he would do. If she left one at his place and he wasn't into him in the beginning, he might do the same thing to her. So.
No comment.
JD's RC says, hell, I'm taking them all with me in my Jeep to my hiking
funeral.
In the fire?
That sounds like a plan. Throw me and the RCs all in the incinerator together.
Oh, no.
At
We
least
just
the
got to
light,
put
though,
you in a
that'll be
hot
good
truck. That's all, Bill. Wait for a little while.
Right?
Just drive down here to Texas. I'll shut you up, roll you up the windows. Yeah.
Welcome in, Jake.
Oh,
and Keith.
I'll never go voluntarily there, Keith. That's not an option.
No, not voluntarily.
Got my
RC
camera shy cat here. If I put him up near the camera, he's got a sense that tells him he's in front of a camera. He will not pose, man. He is opposed to the camera.
RC Basher Boy says there's always people asking him to buy his Traxxas Stampede and his Kyosho Outlaw Rampage Pro kit.
Well, Basher Boy, send them people over to me. I got a Traxxas Stampede.
Did
No,
you
I'm
fix
gonna
it?
keep it. No, I got the parts. I haven't fixed it yet.
Have you got the parts for the bone beetle?
No, I'm gonna get that this week probably.
I hope so, because I know you like that vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to fix that Stampede so you can buy the parts for the other one.
So I can break it again.
Trying to just read the chat real quick.
I'm working on Sargent's painting right now. So
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
But I've been seeing some price for the TRX4 or other trucks, and they're almost the same price as what you would get if they're new at the store.
Oh, online.
Yeah.
Online on
yeah,
Facebook
yeah,
Marketplace.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes these people only run once. The thing looks like it's been through
Hell,
the last
Wow.
3 world wars,
Yeah.
you know. And they're asking more for it because they put a metal shock tower on it or something, you know.
Yeah. I didn't even ask what the prices were at the swap meet because
Well, they put $300 in brass on it, drive it in the mud one time, don't wash it, and say only used once.
yeah.
$800.
So electric RC is asking, so what have you all been talking about?
Oh, what haven't
Oh,
we been
man.
talking about?
We covered everything. Area 51.
Blondes, redheads.
Red Cat buggy that was out. Cross RC, about 2 or 3 of their trucks, especially the XX10.
XX10, that's what it's called.
Low C, some of the stuff they came out with today, and Hemi-Storm and Proline. So those are the stuff we covered tonight.
Dennis's Fall Guy truck back there.
And Dennis's Fall Guy truck, and also some tire compound from Jem's Hobbies, tire compound for drag racing and rock crawling.
Yeah.
Talk
Do you see
about-
the joke that Spin Rush just put out?
Nope.
Doctor, well, sir, it doesn't look good. Your lungs are filled with lead solder. Also, your arteries are clogged with blue Loctite.
Cool.
At least it's not the red Loctite.
Yeah. You'd be going by now.
But blue
It's red
Loctite
Loctite.
Because blue Loctite will loosen for you.
Yeah, just keep moving. You won't get stuck.
Yeah.
Hey, Eclectic, it's all right. It's all bull stuff.
Electric RC says, damn, I can't believe I missed the Area 51 conversation.
It was really out there, man.
Yeah, way out there.
Mhm.
And
See what happens when you let Keith lead the band.
Yeah. I took a pill.
Keith is going to come out with a video with his semi truck in it, and the shit kicker is going to be in it also.
Shit kicker's gonna kick the semi.
Shit kicker was in it today, Tank,
Okay.
at the trade show or whatever swap meet.
Did you bring that at the swap meet with you?
Yeah, there was a swap meet video. The shit kicker was, and then the semi is going to be in it. Semi was at the swap meet too.
And did anybody ask you to buy the shit kicker?
No.
No.
It got a lot of looks though.
Yeah.
Probably. I can't wait for this summer to do some events and also work on the trails. I really want to put more time into my trails this year compared to what I did last year.
Gabriel's asking a question.
Oh,
Anybody in the state of Utah will be working there next week? You know, I don't know if anybody or know anybody that is in RCs that's in Utah.
Mm-mm.
I might be sub to someone who is, but not knowing who we know.
don't know. Nobody here from Utah? Guess not.
Well, on Instagram, there's Ryan F. I don't know his last name, but Ryan F on Instagram is in Utah. Also,
Logan's
all
out there, right?
all those off-road recovery guys like Fab Rats and Matt's Off-Road Recovery. All those guys are out there. The Fab Rats guys have RCs. Their kids play with them and stuff.
Yep.
You know, we've never had
You got
anybody.
West Desert Wheeler out there too.
Yeah, that's someone we haven't had come into our chat, is someone from Utah.
I guess we're gonna have to work on that, Brad, just to make you
Yes, yeah.
happy. You have to find somebody from Utah, find somebody from every states of the US to come in.
That would be great. A lot of
You know,
time.
it'd be fun to go out there with a bunch of RCs.
And Frank will find everybody in Canada, every Canadian province. It's in it too.
Well, I think we got Calgary, Alberta, Nova Scotia. Not sure if Newfoundland. I know they were in the chat. Ontario,
Labrador.
Saskatchewan. I don't think Saskatchewan or New Brunswick. I don't think anybody came in.
What about Manitoba
Manitoba, I don't think so.
or Yukon or
Who's in Nova Scotia?
Yukon is part of the US. Just in case you did not know. Just in case you did not know, it's not part
what do
of
you mean? There's a Yukon territory.
Yukon is part of the US.
No, it is not.
Who's in Nova Scotia is
At Aaron.
Aaron, yeah.
Oh, I'm talking about Alaska. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
Yukon's next to Alaska, but it's
Yes,
not United States.
yes. Sorry, my bad. Brain fart here for a sec.
Or Nunavutch, or Nunavutch. You don't know anybody from Nunavutch.
None of it.
Nunavut.
Bruno RC says he's in Quebec.
Yeah, Bruno says he's in Quebec.
Oh, I
Be
know
nice
where
to have you in the
Bruno
panel,
is.
Bruno.
I know where
Radio
Bruno is.
Raptor says Alberta, baby.
You see,
don't-
Jake said Yukon's in Canada, Frank. What's the one next to it? I forgot
I
the
thought
name
it
of it.
was Alaska, man. What happened?
Northwest Territory.
Doesn't
Hey,
exist.
Tony, welcome in.
Hey, Tony.
Oh, Tony.
Up, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey,
Hey,
Tony.
Tony.
Might as well say it.
Gabe.
Everybody says it.
He's met a few fellas there in Texas lately.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, Frank. Hand in your Canadian card.
Yeah, because I kind of said Yukon is part of US, but it's actually Alaska. Sorry.
What are you gonna ask her?
Jake's a little harsh on him, isn't he, Derek?
Yeah, I know he's a little hard.
Frank, what are you gonna ask her? You said I'll ask her.
Okay.
Yeah, we got that one.
Pum, pum.
Hello, sir.
Recreation
Welcome in,
said
buddy.
awesome, so he's up with you guys. Ontario, got plenty of Ontario guys.
Welcome in, Sergeant
I'm
Jay.
in Toronto, home of the dysfunctional mayor. Well, I think his brother was worse.
Wish you.
That could be any city in Canada or the US.
No,
You're right.
it's a different
All over
one.
the place.
There's a difference between being related to the crackhead.
Being the crackhead.
I was gonna say something, but I don't want to start talking about politics.
No,
I
I'm
just pop that out.
figured, but it's the-
Related to the crackhead.
Are you safe saying that, being that you're in Texas?
RC Basherboy says Alaska is the biggest state in the U.S.
Yes.
Yes, it
I'm not
is.
related to a crackhead.
It's probably
Just
the
a pothead,
biggest.
that's all.
And believe it or not, it's bigger than most of Canadian provinces. I said none of it. It's bigger than all your other provinces.
Oh, I don't know. Ontario was pretty big.
Oh, no, it's
Yeah.
bigger than Ontario. I've seen the
I wonder if
square mile.
Kurt went to sleep.
They say
That's what
everything.
she said.
So I'm just wondering how safe Gabe is.
What's up, son Jay?
What up? What up?
What's up, Jay?
Yeah, I
Jason,
guess
Chilling.
Alaska is pretty big, but not
Just
bigger than
relaxing.
Yukon in the Northwest Territories.
no, it's according to
Northwest-
province, it's not bigger than Nunavut. Everything else, it's bigger than.
The
What's
last
the Kraken
frontier.
bigger for? What's the Kraken? Who makes a Kraken, Brad?
Kraken isn't that a gas powered car?
Who makes a
No.
Kraken
Big
RC?
ass monster that comes out of the
It
sea.
can be a monster. It's a
Oh, it's gonna
drink.
be a monster, yes.
Release
Monster
the
comes out of
Kraken.
sea.
The rum.
Oh, there's Kurt.
The Kraken.
Radioactive. You haven't
Did
seen.
I
the
wake
square
you up,
mile
Kurt?
of Alaska.
Yeah, you did.
It's bigger than all the provinces except for Nunavut. I've taken a look. I've looked at
Nunavut.
geography. It's bigger than all of your other provinces except for that one.
Thanks, Brad. Good to know.
Thank you, Brad.
No, I'm not.
Just drop.
I'm messing
Okay,
with,
Brad.
radioactive.
Okay, Brad, just drop the subject. Let's go back to RCs. Don't talk about the weather. Don't talk about the map anymore. It's all good.
Dude, I've been out
Do
of
they
school
make an
since
RC called the Kraken thing?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They make a
Been out of
drink
school
called the
since
Kraken.
'83. I don't want to talk about that shit anymore.
A V.
Release the Kraken.
What's Jason? What's the name of the Kraken's companies that start with a V?
I think so. Something like that. I'm
Forgot.
trying to get you to guess it though.
I remember what that thing was. RC Sparks had one. It's a rock bouncer.
It's
Oh.
good looking. I'll tell you that. I remember it being good looking, and it's quite large.
Yeah, I still
Thank
want to
you,
get one,
Brad.
but I just dropped a bunch of money on some RC stuff, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that-
cool it for a while.
Yeah, that Tamaya is really hard on your wallet.
I got more than You that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
turned it into an Ecto.
Have you
got
started
like
it
3
yet?
different RCs coming. No,
Did you
not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
nice.
Yeah, you're
start
gonna
with
have to
mine?
take a break for at least a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, you gotta take a break, man.
I'm just waiting for some.
Basher Boy's asking me another geography question.
I'm just waiting for, yeah, RC Basher Boy. I should quiet him down with the chat. And people in the chat, if you can come up with the answer, who makes the Kraken, that'd be great. Brad needs to know.
Hmm
I
I'm
know
not
it
gonna
starts-
tell you,
I
Brad.
know it starts with a
Be a
V.
Brad fact after that.
I think it starts with a V.
Well, that's
They
because he
are-
told you,
are-
Sergeant
Somebody's
told
breaking
you.
up over there.
China.
Well,
So-
they make a lot of other cars too that are
Yeah.
like all metal body panels and stuff, even a 1/18.
Vecta. Vecta makes the Kraken. Thank you, Green Frog.
Yep, that's it. That's the
Vecta
There you
one.
go.
Why ain't you in
I
here,
knew it started
Keegan?
with a V.
That's right. Back to
I think my favorite
Remember,
one is the
first one I saw was a Vecta 5. I think that
Yeah,
was
that's
wicked.
five.
That got me into interested in those vehicles, man, because of the double trailing arms in the back, all that stuff, solid axle. I like the way it looked. They're well balanced too.
Hey, Jason, have you started on the Maya?
No, not yet. I'm gonna deep dive in on Saturday probably and just do a very long time lapse and then put it all together.
You're going to study the manual real closely?
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I look it up. I look through it first to get a feel
Not
for
much
it, and I just
studying with it,
go to
Tamaya.
town. It looks
Oh,
pretty. It
welcome
looks
back,
fairly
Michael.
easy.
You got a TTO2 drift vehicle.
Yeah, based on my experience with larger kits like the Losi TLR kits and some other stuff I've built before, looks like it'll be fairly easy.
Yeah, I told people you're on the pre-order for 150 of the TLR LMT.
Yeah, the first 50 to order, you got a free set of tires. So I jumped on it. I've been wanting one of those for a long time. So since they came out with that, might as well get the kit and have fun building it.
Yep.
I already had
Cool.
most of the stuff I need to put it together. So other than that, other than the body, then I used my points to buy one of those new bodies that they just came out with, the fire and ice. I had points on a Horizon Hobby, so I used those points to get like $30 off. So I only got it for about $80 shipped.
You getting both of them?
Fire and
Fire
ice.
and ice?
Just
Or
just the ice one. I really like
ice
that
one?
one.
You're talking about the you're talking about the Gravedigger.
Yeah, the Gravedigger bodies. Yeah,
Gravedigger
Proline
bodies,
drops.
The
They
one
drop
with
the fire and ice.
That's the
one.
lighter one, right?
That's the bluish
Yeah.
one. Bluish
The
white.
Yeah,
blue
the
and
bluish
white.
one.
Oh, the blue and white one, not the like
Yeah, I really like that
orange
one.
one.
The orange is fire.
The orange is fire.
Yeah, why would I not freaking know that? I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it, Keith.
Boy, start doing it for bartender. What can I?
Keith, how'd everything go with this
Sure,
with the
let me
storm?
get 1/5 scale.
And just blew
Knockdown
right
light
over,
mixture.
man. Good nothing.
Okay.
Supposed to be big hail and all kinds of shit, but we live way up on a hill, so we hardly get anything.
So Keith, this is the blue
That's
one.
Man,
the
looks
ice.
good. Look at
Yeah.
that thing, man.
That's the
Yeah.
fire.
That's the fire. Yeah.
That's the ice.
I'm gonna put a Max A G2 system in it.
Okay.
How many-
Thank you.
Nice.
How many kV is it?
2500 kb, 2550. I think this is what I'm gonna put
That's
in it.
gonna run 4S,
Yeah,
so it should run close to 50 miles an hour.
something like that. It'll be good. Depending on the gearing in it. I don't know what the final drive and all that stuff is in that truck.
Oh,
I can
I
look at
want to
it.
see you. I want to see you run the ice version of the Gravedigger in snow.
That'd be cool.
Oh, I was gonna
That'd be
say
cool.
that. Man, I am fucked up.
I was-
And if you had the
saying,
other one, you drive that in the desert. full of sand.
I was saying, it'll melt it because it's the fire.
I have a question for Keith.
What?
You know who Paul Walker is?
Mm.
Was.
There's the white guy from the first few Fast and the Furious movies who died in a car crash.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you know he had dandruff?
He had what?
Yeah. What?
Dandruff.
Dandruff?
Yeah, I didn't know it either
Sucks,
until we
man.
found his head and shoulders in the glove box.
Oh,
That's dirty. That's
That
dirty.
was a question for me.
Damn.
Wow.
Dark humor.
Right.
All right. And that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out for the night.
Yes.
Wanted to leave on a good note.
Are you leaving?
That was not
Oh man.
On a good note.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Later, Lyle.
Later, Lyle.
Thanks for
Later.
joining in with us. Later on, buddy.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. I had to pull the trigger on that thing. I was like, yep, let's do it. Another kit.
I'm gonna let you know the stock is a 3150.
3150. Okay.
For who?
All right.
On an RTR version.
Yeah.
Spin Rush says to you, Tank RC, if you create a Horizon Hobby Rewards Visa card, you can get earn points that can save you money on your next RC purchase.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the vendors are pushing that sort of thing.
Mighty nice of him.
I've got quite a few discounts doing that over the years. Quite a few really good ones.
I'm not sure I can get a Horizon Visa card because I live in Canada. It would have to be Canadian money, and that one is actually American money. So because I live in Canada, I don't think I can, but maybe, I don't know.
But even still, you
did,
still
that
get
might add
you
some
still get the
convenience.
rewards, right?
Yeah, you should be able to earn points, like points. I just earn
Where the
points and use the
fuck am I-
points. I don't use their card.
Yeah, I had enough points to get like $200 off of my Gen 9. Didn't even know
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Right.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I always check that stuff when I go to purchase something. I go check my points balance and see what's in there. I had like 13,000 points, man. So it got me $30 off.
I do that with A-Main. You just
I
get points for buying stuff from them.
Rex said it's for US citizens only.
I just called up my local hobby store and asked them, what's my cost price for this? And they tell me, and that's my discount.
There you go. There you go.
I know Banggood and Tower Hobbies has coupons for a certain amount of money you get off, depending on how much you've spent. Also, Banggood gives you points towards things. Just letting you know.
All right, Eclectic, thanks for hanging with us, buddy.
See you later, Electric.
Oh, who's getting off? Oh,
Bye,
Electric.
E.
See Electric.
Later, dude.
Which of you believes in aliens? Which of you believe you are an alien?
I feel like an alien sometimes.
You are
I'm not an alien, but I might have been probed.
We are all.
Did I say that out loud? Oh shit!
I think
I have to think that.
aliens are driving in their races with armas. I think some of them are aliens because they don't know what the hell they're doing.
What are you talking about?
Talking about aliens.
Kurt's racing with ARMA vehicles, 1/7 scales, and a lot of people don't look like they know what they're doing.
Well, that's a lot of carb, Brad.
Yeah, Brad. I want to see you out there racing a car and see if you can get around the track.
Better than the ones I've seen.
I don't think so.
Better than them.
It's a lot of car to handle. Those big, those ARMAs, they go fast and there's a lot of power when you, what do you run on those? 4S, 6S?
6S. Yeah, it's a lot of power.
Yeah, that's
One little slip of the finger and you're sliding out.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
Yeah, one slip of the finger and you're hitting the car that's you're going like 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That doesn't look pretty.
Definitely done that.
That's what the alien said. One slip of the finger and you're sliding out.
What's the biggest battery you can put in your cars, Brad?
I have a 3S. It's the highest.
3S is the highest.
And I
have a 3S in my crawler.
Right.
But your crawler doesn't do 50.
No, I've been running a 4S in my Trail Finder too.
Oh, that's
really?
not that
I got rid of my 8S RCs. They're gone.
They're gone.
I'm all about that gas life now.
Yeah, I got 6S. 6S is the highest, and it's my Savage.
Okay.
Actually,
I do have one 8S car still.
I have 8S ESCs, but I'd only put 6S in them.
Okay.
The one truck that I do run 8S in is that infraction all the time. I always put 8S in that. It's fun. I think it eats through some tires though.
that. It does.
For a while there, well, Horizon did a sale. I think it was a year ago or so, where they had a really good sale on all the Hoom tires. So I bought a bunch of them. So I was going through tires every run. I was like, this is too much. I have to put this thing up. Gotta put this thing up. Yeah.
No,
Every run, Sarge?
Yeah, one battery
because you're
pack.
roasting, man. Just drifting those tires, but they're not true drift tires. They're not like a super hard drift tire compound. So you would eat them up. Just smoking tires.
Burning rubber.
It's crazy.
You would think the belted ones would be more.
they're all belted. They're all belted.
I'm saying you think they would be stronger.
They're not stronger in a sense of wear. They have a long wear tire, but it's still rubber compound. It's not like the hard, super hard drifter tire.
Even the different levels, the golds, the silvers, the whites.
You still burn them up.
You still burn them up.
I don't care what people do. They're gonna burn them up unless you're on a smooth concrete surface.
Proline makes belted tires.
Hey, Brad, I've burned up tires on my real Ford F-150. And I burned those tires all the way to the cord, not a problem. You can burn up any tires if you give it enough rotation on pavement.
Yes.
It's over. Yep.
No matter if you're belted or not. Like
UDR tires I've been through. I got a box full of them because they're good for slicks. I can tell you that.
Oh, you run a UDR? I didn't know you ran a UDR, man.
Yeah, I got it up there. I'm thinking about putting a party on it.
I never bought one, man. That's one truck I didn't buy because I had
Set
to.
of
I guess
I
I
tires
just
just
took the
don't
everywhere
have
rock.
enough power.
So what's the
Burn my
hardest
tires
compound
up.
karma for those cars?
Isn't it the gold?
Gold, I think.
Yeah, the
I
gold.
think it's the gold. Yeah, gold is the hardest compound, so it's the longest
They-
wear if
they-
you're doing like
The
speed passes.
longest
It's
wear,
not
but
good
the
for
less
like
traction and grip.
Less
yeah.
traction and grip. Yeah.
I know that they make foams for those cars too.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Brad, even still, you're going to tear foams up even harder than you are these
Yeah.
Well, I
rubber
know-
tires.
The
Rubber
foams are
tires,
probably
yeah,
good
my
for like
God.
Foams
most of the time.
chunk,
Those foams are good for a few passes.
Yep,
and
They're
they
good for a
chunk.
few passes. Yeah,
and you're doing speed
You gotta-
runs.
When I was
You're
running,
not-
you gotta
you're
be
not-
on the ideal surfaces too.
burn
Yeah.
up rubber tires like crazy sometimes, depending on the compound
Oh yeah,
and the set of the car. You know, you had to play with the setup on the car to get it to where it wouldn't, like just eat tires.
Mhm.
oh yeah.
And that driver mod is the most important thing. And no matter what class of driving you're doing, if you don't concentrate on driving the car the way it wants to be driven, you're gonna tear shit up. You know? That's
Yeah,
just
Tony said my Scrambler 1.0 lasts forever. And then there's $20 on condoms, RC Recreation.
It's fun though, Tony.
Tony,
So,
we're not talking
John,
24th there.
I got a question for John.
Yeah.
Do you think this system that I purchased will run good in LMT? The Max 8 G2 with the 2500 kV motor on 4S.
Is it a 5 mil?
The shaft on it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I gotta make sure. I believe it is, but let me make sure.
I think they are.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just asking because
Some
I'm not.
specs.
Oh, shit.
Recreation says, I saw similar commercials. It was Viagra instead of condom.
For some odd reason, the people in the chat are talking about condoms.
Yeah,
RC
I
Baxter
don't know
Boy
why.
made a
Yeah, I know.
comment
super
about it.
weird.
RC
So I'm
Baxter Boy
guessing,
is-
I'm guessing the moment you mention any type of rubber, they go straight to condoms.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And
That's very true.
Here's another thing. Tony,
You
I
don't want to
know if
burn
you've
that
been
kind of rubber though.
I don't know if you- I don't know
No,
if
you
you've
burn that kind of rubber, you are just doing something completely wrong.
And you're gonna
Or
regret it later
completely
on.
right.
just hold on, John. John wants to say something.
I'll
Sorry.
say Tony's in the chat.
Oh, Tony's in the chat.
Yeah.
Nice. What's up, Tony?
And
I
Tony
said, you
says
know,
Help me
his-
out with that
I don't know if Tony
question.
heard the question. You got a which system the Hobby Wing
The
system you put?
Max 8 G2 in a 2500 4268 SD motor,
4268.
2500 kV. I think
Would
that
that
should
be
work good in there.
would that be good for the LMT kit, the race kit?
A new kit.
and Tony also said that his Scrambler 1-inch lasts forever on his S6.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 24.
Yeah, that's the 8 scale. I heard
Those tires
that
are
42.
awesome. I've got
Yeah.
some on my what's the damn thing called? The
My 1 inch
Devastator.
lasts a long time.
Devastator. And they grip on everything, and they've been on the damn thing for 4 years. And you can't even tell that they've been run, They look
Like I was
nice.
saying earlier, I burnt up a set of tires on my pickup truck, and as soon as it did not last a week, like not even a week, and then I had to buy a whole two new sets of tires to go in the rear, and then I stopped burning tires. Like I go, holy cow, this
And you
is
start
expensive.
burning out.
Yeah, I started doing burnouts with my truck.
Did you
Yeah.
see that answer, Sergeant J?
I'm looking at the chat now. Let's see.
Depends on what size battery you
wanna
want.
run. That's the low KV.
Yeah, I was gonna run the 4S in there. It's a 2 or 4S system.
He also says for the kit, I'd run a high KV with a 2S or 3S shorty.
Okay.
Hey, Sarge, will that eighth motor fit that trans?
With a what, that motor?
Yeah, it's an 8 scale.
Oh, for sure. For sure
No,
that motor will fit in
it's
there.
an 8 scale. It's an 8
Yeah,
scale.
the monster
It's
truck is
an
8 scale. Yep.
Depends on
It'll
the
fit that.
intended. You know, if you're gonna be on a little tiny space to do the monster truck thing, you don't want a motor that's gonna run the thing at 30 miles an hour, you know?
He's not going to use it as a monster truck, though, right?
You guys all know my style.
Yeah, he's going to be bashing.
I'm gonna
the
do some good
shit
jumps
out of
with
it.
it.
I've seen some major bashing with those on a racetrack. I've seen with a bunch of people.
What's up, Queenie?
XO Cage showed
Oh, Queen.
guys doing crazy things with it during a race.
Oh yeah. I've seen some wild stuff too. I'm like, man, I didn't think they could take that much punishment that I've seen in some of the videos, even in some of Tony's videos.
But
It made me like the thing.
But even still, you got some. Yeah, it was Tony does some of the bashing stuff, but some of the real bashing stuff is still with the plastic cage. It's not the carbon.
He's saying to bash it, then yes.
He's to bash.
It should be good.
You're good.
I saw people with
yeah.
an XO Cage racing with metal axles on the LMT, and they were beating the crap out of it, and it didn't break.
Brad, what do you think mine is? Mine's got the metal axles.
There you go. Who makes those ones that you put on yours?
I got the Trials.
Trill. Okay.
Oh,
You guys
so-
know I'm gonna go crazy with this thing.
Tony says no
eventually.
metal axles, and it's
All
next
right.
level.
All right. Bet. Done. Consider it done.
Kind of the same thing with the
Done.
Rift, you know. The Rift was bad about breaking axle housings and stuff with the plastic. So
Yeah,
both
a lot of people hated that because of that.
Are
Queenie's
making
in the chat. Queenie's in the chat, and
Like I
she's
said,
saying hi,
Sergeant
Jacinta.
J.
What's up?
There you go. There's the metal axles.
Oh, there we go. You highlight them. All right. Nice. Badass.
Yeah.
Matching blue.
When I
I
saw
like
that
the
thing's-
purple,
That's a big truck too. Man.
Yeah.
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 When
they're
I
not
Well,
saw
those
small.
big tires, that's a lot of rotating. That's, you know, it's gonna exert some pressure on those axle housings.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Like I said, if you're gonna send it, you're gonna snap an axle. You know.
Yes.
Troll Critter
Jake.
says, I think Dennis is napping.
Yes, he's out. That's funny.
I
Man, Dennis went out on us, huh?
Yeah.
I saw
I'm still here.
Been there before. Plenty of
Yeah,
times.
there he is.
I'm still
the
here.
LMT one was
We
all
lost
purple.
him totally.
I'm just sitting back listening to everybody yak.
Here's a good marketing strategy. Imagine the tire brands like Michigan or Michelin or Goodyear would make condoms. I'm sure they'd sell out quick, and I'll get all the condoms laugh out loud.
Why are we talking about rubber?
I don't know.
That's what Vasher Point said. I don't know why he's talking about him.
Okay, Brad,
keep
don't
reading about
encourage
it.
him. Don't
Yeah.
encourage him. Please, if ever he types something else, don't read it. Especially it's on that subject. But I know you like reading before reading the whole thing. So just don't encourage him.
Hey,
Oh,
Tony
cool.
says,
That's
I
awesome,
have
Tony.
a 1 hour long
Heck yes.
LMT
Heck yeah, Tony, man. Looking forward to seeing that. Give me some good pointers for when I finally get mine. Like 3 months later because of the back orders and all that stuff, probably.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That running
Well,
in parallel with the
JP?
comp video
Did
thing?
you order that today,
Didn't you have your
Sarge?
comp tonight?
That was a 23rd person to order one.
Ah, cool.
Cool. So you'll get your tires.
Oh yeah. I had to jump on that ASAP. I was like, I want the free tires. Why not? I'm gonna get it anyway.
Well, I'm sure all 50 are sold now.
Oh yeah.
That was within the first couple of hours.
I want to.
Yeah, I got too many plans and not enough money, so I'm gonna have to skip the LMP. But
I'm in
I
that
wish I
same
could
boat
get
there.
one. Yeah.
I'm in
I
that
think we're all
same
in
boat.
that boat.
So Tony says they are in stock and you should be shipped this weekend.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome. It's good to
For
know.
those who have the money, that's a great thing.
So you're when you start doing your Tamaya build, that truck is going to show up. So I would maybe hold up or building the Tamaya maybe because the LMT is going to be there. I don't know. It's up to you.
I know, right? I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, man, I might push this off a little bit further. That's why I didn't start it today. I was like, I'm not even gonna touch it. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll already have the motor, ESC, and all that stuff too. Or I got the receiver. I already have all that stuff set up. So
But that
yeah, I might go ahead and do it.
That TTO2 won't take you long. If you start on Saturday, you'll finish on Saturday. It takes you longer to paint the body and put the stickers on.
Yeah, it's the body that's the hard part.
Hey, John.
All the
Jason,
stickers suck.
To be
ass.
honest, man, I might send the body to someone for paint. I'm not good at that stuff. I'm not articulate with painting.
That's
in
why I send
detail.
mine to Adam. I send mine to Virginia. Adam's good at the stuff. You've seen all the stuff that Adam's done for me.
I'll probably go that route.
You want me to give you information about that? I'll have to give it to you. I also gonna
Yeah,
need help.
shoot me an email. Let me know.
I also gonna need help with other things.
Yeah, just let me know whatever you need, man.
You want it box art, Sarge?
Possibly. I mean, I'm open to all different types of different
Let's put it this way.
schemes, or I don't like the solid color so much, but I want it to be red and black.
Red and black.
Let me tell you this. With all the Japanese brands in the hobby, I like box art for Japanese brands. If it's like Associated or anything else, I'm gonna do something else. I'll do.
Brett, we understand that. Know this.
I mean, I could give it a go if you want me to.
But what I
mean, box art
him,
works because it's a solid color. It'd be easy for someone to do.
What I didn't say to him is that it's usually Tamaya's box art stuff is usually pretty good. I have to give you his information tonight.
Yeah, but I could do it, Sarge, too, if you want me to give it a go.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Why not?
Whatever.
Why not? I already know who you are. I already know your artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, we'll link up.
Well, hopefully I'll be running some cars at the end of the month if it's decent.
What's the weather like where you're at?
Why can't you run cars right now?
You don't have any clodbusters?
I have a clodbuster, but that's the last car I'm putting together.
Okay.
No,
Say, man, run that sucker out there.
Why don't you break out that little crawler?
Yeah, the Red Cat.
I'll run RC any weather, man. I don't care. If I'm feeling good and up to it, we're ripping.
Snow, rain, anything, man.
Yep. I do not care.
So
I will be taking that LMT through some mud. I'll tell you that. It's gonna
Oh
see
yeah,
some
I
mud.
want to see that.
There's going to be bad the next couple of days. I can tell you that.
It's been nice for the last 2 weeks.
Out your
Seriously, man.
driveway. You don't have to go anywhere. You could stand inside your house practically, unless you flipped it over.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I usually sometimes have to flip things over. Is there some type of beeping going on?
Somebody's
Something
got some
just did on my
notifications or
phone.
something.
Something just went on my phone.
Yeah, there's like 4 of us on here that all have the same ding.
The what's up app.
Jake said something about the are pretty good if you bang in your head that you're cutting out the stickers.
That's
No,
nice.
I actually enjoy that part of it for some
Who's
reason.
that,
the sticker
Tank?
part. I get my
That's
little
Bill.
blade and I sit
Bill's
there and
Oh, got the
try to do as
garbage going
precision
on,
as I
Bill,
can.
huh?
That garbage on the trail?
He's hauling the trash out.
Nice,
Just
man.
taking it to the
That's
taking
a
it to the
grocery
dump.
bag that's got fish and tater tots in it, and another grocery bag that's got dog food in it.
Nice, nice.
It's better than garbage.
Haul it home.
How much poundage?
I
Another,
don't know. It was enough.
Man, the way
Yeah.
the way that looks, it looks like there's at least 6 or 7 pounds on the back of that thing.
Yeah,
So
but
at least it was probably pretty close to what the truck weighs.
and next time you got to put something in the truck, to even out your weight.
Yeah, I probably should have thrown the
Can of
yellow
beer
bag
in
in the
there.
front.
Cool.
Anyway, my point is RCs are useful.
That's right.
Yeah.
That
No
we
kidding.
we use our crawlers to tow our bashers out to bashing spots.
There you
Big
go.
wagon.
Oh yeah, that's the way you do it.
They got all the torque to tow the wagon around.
You know them collapsible wagons that you can get.
That's what I use. Yeah.
Radio
Alright,
yeah.
flyers?
A couple years back at Axial Fest, I had my Max there. I didn't
Damn it.
do anything with it other than tow the wagon over to the inspection tent for cars to get
I gotta
tagged.
let that dry.
Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
RC Tank Fund, it says Brad Kalman is not finished building all Tamiya kits. No, he's not
No.
finished building them all.
Nope.
I do think my tear scorcher is going faster than usual.
So Brad, do you do multiple builds at
Hey,
the same
Randy.
time?
No,
Good to see you in there, Randy. Yeah,
I don't
been
have
around.
Hello, Randy.
he doesn't have
I
the
don't even have a 4-foot table. So
Yeah, the 4-foot table can't hold more than one kit.
but he's
I don't even have a
building
4-foot table.
he's building all the kits and all the stuff. He doesn't have a kitchen table. He's building it on those serving tray tables that you get.
Off.
TV table.
TV tray.
TV tray.
The
Yeah.
TV
Yeah,
tray
TV
tables.
tray. Yep.
That's what
Yeah,
he's
one of
got
these
to
little
build on.
suckers right here.
One
Yeah,
shot.
He's got a
my
four
place is
foot
so
one?
small.
No.
Oh,
we got a
that's what he
couple.
Now, is it a wood one or the old school metal
Wood.
with the fold out metal
Later,
leg?
TJ.
TV
Wood.
tray.
Oh,
He's
the wood
using one
one.
of
Have a
these,
good one.
one of these suckers.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah,
things.
tray table. Nice.
This is what I work on my 24 scales on.
That's the same exact thing I have.
That's what I put my food on when I watch TV.
Yeah.
Right.
When I watch Wonder Woman.
Hey,
Sometimes
I eat on it too,
I sit
and
in
then I
my
clean it off.
I sit in my recliner.
I
Yeah, I
really
sit in
don't
the
do
recliner and
that.
set my beer right there.
I carry my table around with me, guys. I really don't do that.
Okay.
That is the same exact thing I have, Jason, just a different color.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do the round table. Say good night.
See ya,
to
Spin
everybody.
Rush.
The round table.
Later,
Yeah.
Spin
What I carry
Let's
around
go.
with
Let's
me.
go.
So let's start with Trail Crawler RC before he falls asleep.
Yeah.
Trust me. 5 more minutes I'd have passed out with.
Oh, shut up, Dennis.
You were out. You were all.
You're out anyways.
I wasn't out. I had my eyes closed because I was just sitting here
Right.
listening to all
Reading.
I was
what's
resting
going on.
my eyes.
Anyhow,
Checking for
all good.
cracks.
thanks Tank for the invite. Thanks everybody in the chat for hanging out. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up.
Cool. Thank you very much. Unknown.
Thanks for the invite, Tank. What's today? Thursday? Hey, yeah, y'all have a good weekend.
All day.
I will hopefully see y'all
Thursday, Thursday.
Sounds
Peace.
good. Brad.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. And I do want to say something to Sean. I can't even get on the floor anymore because my knees are so bad. So to build them. So thanks for coming in, everybody. And thanks, Frank. And I don't like breaking things.
Sounds good. We'll remember that. Sergeant J.
Hey, appreciate it again. Always a pleasure coming to hang out with you guys. It's always a good time, some good laughs, joking around, but also some good knowledge that comes from all you guys on about the RC hobby. So I appreciate being here, and good night, everybody.
Costing you a lot of money to hang with us.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh
John
yeah.
Martin.
Thanks for having me, and catch you guys on the next one.
Sounds good. Thank you. Bill.
Hey, thanks for inviting me to join you guys tonight. And I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming and hanging out with us. Makes it more interesting.
Sounds good. Thank you. Kurt Cersei.
Thanks for having me, Tank. Everybody have a good Friday and see y'all on Sean's tomorrow night.
Good, thank you. Keith.
Thanks, Tank, and we see you guys later.
And we're gonna end up with Gems or Hobby.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate being here. It's been fun chatting with all of you. And thanks for spotlighting the tire prep.
Sounds good. For anybody that wasn't here, Gems Hobby is a dealer for tire prep for drag racing and rock crawling. So if you need anything, hit them up. And until then, go charge up some batteries, go on there and break something, because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun, right, Brad?
Don't break anything. You won't have fun.
And
Oh,
if you
there's
do,
fun breaking it.
and
Push
if you
it to
do
the
break
limit.
it, you do break it. Hopefully, you have a backup piece.
Later, chat.
See you guys
That's
later.
right. Break it and fix it.
Later, everybody.